Hey y'all, hey y'all. Sorry, I'm 3 minutes late, but it's okay. I'm here. Um, when you on, type in the comments, say I'm here, I'm here, I'm here. I was a few minutes late. So do me a favor, share the live, let everybody know your girl. I'm here, you guys. Your girl is here. Is it? Let me know when you hear. Hey, Lay, I'm here, girl. Listen, I was running a little late, chat. I had to do another live, and I was on there, doing that. And now here I am. I'm here with you guys. I'm here. Your girl is here. So go ahead and drop the live. Share the live once you get on. Comment. Let me know you here. um, if you have to reach out for people for me, just reach out to a few people. Let them know I'm on live so they know I'm here. Hey BGB, what's up, girl? What's up, y'all? I am here. Your girl Queen Motivation is here. And when I tell y'all this evening, this live is definitely it's about to do what it's gonna do. It's about to do exactly what it needs to do. Because I know a lot of us have been wrestling some things, we've been going through some things, we've been dealing with some things. But I will say this. What we are about to experience tonight is going to blow some minds for a lot of people. Because some of us got to understand that when we have an assignment and we have a position, we got to fall in line. So tonight, for those of you who are new, my name is Katrina. I go by Queen Motivation. The reason why I go by Queen Motivation is because, for one, I identify myself as a queen. For two, I am definitely a motivational speaker. Been doing it for a very long time. I'm very excited to be able to push messages off, be as positive as I can for you guys. I always appreciate each and every one of you for coming on to my live. You could be doing anything else in the world, but guess what? You are here with me, and that's always appreciative. Um, so tonight we just gonna pretty much go straight into it. Hi, Kayla. We are going to talk about a calling. A lot of people. Hi, Stephen. Hi, Lily. We're gonna talk about. Hi, Logan. We're going to talk about. Hey, sis. We are going to talk about a calling. A lot of people get scared of their calling, so they automatically call off. They automatically be thinking to themselves, like, you know what, this not for me. I'm not ready for this. I'm gonna back out. They don't want to be. They don't want to get to know their calling. They don't want to walk into their purpose. They are afraid of failure before even knowing what it's gonna be like. So my biggest thing tonight is to focus on the topic. The topic is pretty much us focusing on a calling. Some of you have been called out to be a preacher, a teacher, a doctor, a lawyer. Hi, Bobby. Y'all have been called out to do a lot of things, but you're afraid to do these things. I'm so sorry to hear about your dog, Kayla. You are afraid to do what you are supposed to be doing. A lot of us don't want to even try. Hi, Amber. To push ourselves to the next level. We are already afraid. We already done talked ourselves out of whatever it is we got to do. Highlight. We have been. Hi, Rory. We have been on both sides of the fence. We have been in a position in the season where we good. We not afraid of our calling. And then we have people who are so afraid of their calling. They call off, but they don't call in. If you know that you can make a difference in somebody's life, however it is, and that's what you called out to do, the best thing for you to do is walk in your calling. Walk in your favor. Walk in your destiny. Walk in your truth. Get to know yourself. Get to know your purpose. Get to understanding what you are here for, and to know that you have something to do. A lot of us are so afraid. But when I tell you, the best thing to do in life is to be steadfast and be consistent. Elijah, can you get rid of it? Thank you. Because, listen, I don't even know why I said something. My daughter be on it. Um, Thank you, Popo. A lot of us got to understand that we can't be afraid to walk into our destiny. Like, we don't even know what's going to happen before we before we getting away from it. I've been doing motivational speaking for a very long time. And for a long time, I was afraid to even get up here and do YouTube lives. I was afraid of how my lives was going to go. I was afraid if people was going to, support me. I wasn't sure if people was going to be on here watching my lives. I thought it was just going to be my 5 family members. I thought it was just going to be the only little bit of people that, support me, the handful of people. But when I tell you so many, hey moms, when I tell you so many people be pouring into me, so many people be letting me know that I'm doing a good job. So many people be telling me that, they glad that I'm doing my lives. They glad that I'm doing YouTube. And it makes me realize that I have a calling. And my calling is to be a motivational speaker. My calling is to step out of my own fear and walk into a purpose, to walk into my calling, to walk into what I know that's going to not only benefit me, but it's going to benefit others. When I tell y'all, everything in my life has been set up for me to be able to be a motivational speaker, for me to be able to talk to y'all, for me to be able to encourage y'all, because I had to go through a lot of storms. I had to go through a lot of trials. I had to go through a lot of tribulations. And a lot of you guys are in your own storms right now. A lot of you guys are facing some things that you don't even know how you're going to come out of. A lot of you guys are dealing with some things deeper than you ever could imagine. Some of us are trying to walk in our favor. We're trying to walk into our destiny. We're trying to get to that point. But we are so covered with so much grief and so much disappointment, so much failure. We just sometimes feel like we're not enough. We feel like there's nothing that we can do that's going to help elevate somebody. We all have something in us, something great. We all have a light within us. But what you have to do is get through whatever it is that you're going through. Your storms are going to come, but your storms are not going to break you. Your storms are going to shake you up a little bit, but they're not going to destroy you. Everybody has to face a hardship in their life. But after facing that hardship in your life, you got to stand 10 toes down and let everybody know and yourself know that whatever you've been through is not going to break you. It's not going to separate you from who you are. You have to believe in yourself in a way that nobody else will. Nobody will never understand your position. If you don't understand your position, nobody else will understand your position. If you're facing a storm and you're so afraid and you don't even want to see what it's going to be like on the end of the tunnel, then you cheating yourself out of greatness. You don't know what you are going to accomplish. You don't know what you're about to get. You don't know what blessings is about to flow. If you are afraid of failing, you will never win. We have to go through some failures in order to get to some wins. We have to go through some dark times in order to get to some light. We have to go through something that we feel like it's going to break us to make us feel weak in order to know our strength. We go through these trials and tribulations for a reason. So when you have a calling on your name, call in and don't call off. Don't give in to the fear. Don't give in to the negative talk. Don't give in to the people that don't want to support you. Don't give in to the people that always got something negative to say and it always seems like they're against you. Anytime somebody is fighting against you, it's because they're fighting against themselves. When people be going through hardships and they be really trying to attack you and they don't lay down their own understanding and they don't get their own healing, they are going to project all that hurt on you. Some of you have been through something right now in this season today that should have took you out. Some of you been through some things right now in this season that should have made you lose your mind. Some of you have been through some things right now in this season that make you feel like the whole world is against you and you should just get rid of yourself right now. But you keep walking. You have a testimony. You have a position. You have a purpose. And if you don't believe in your purpose, nobody else will believe in your purpose. And everybody is not going to understand your calling. Everybody is not going to understand your walk. Everybody is not going to understand your faith. Everybody is not going to get an understanding of what you have to do. But it's not for them to understand. Your job is to walk into your destiny. Your job is to walk into your truth. Your job is to walk into what it is you're supposed to be doing. You cannot worry about about what other people think. You can't worry about what other people got going on. You will lose your own blessings by trying to look at the blessings of other people. Yes, they have a mansion. Yes, they have 6 cars, and you have an apartment and you have 1 car. But you cannot focus on their blessings because you don't know what they had to go through to get there, and you don't know what they're going through to stay there. So you need to keep your eyes on what it is that you need to do so you can get in a position that's going to benefit you. They may be in a mansion and they may be looking like they living good. They may be looking like they happy, but they may be struggling with depression. They may be struggling with a drug addiction. They may be struggling with something that you're not even struggling with. And you don't even understand that they fighting a battle every day trying to stay above. They fighting a battle every day to try to make sense of their life. They fighting a battle every day trying not to take themselves out. They are constantly fighting. They are constantly at war. But you want to match them. You want to be just like them. And you don't even know what it is they going through. Y'all got to stop comparing yourselves to the calling of other people. Their calling is their calling. Your calling is your calling. Everybody is not going to be able to walk in your shoes or your path. There are going to be people that's going to be beside you, and there's going to be people that's in front of you. There's going to be people that's behind you. But at the end of the day, your focus is to focus on your journey, to focus on your path, to focus on your direction. Because if you try to get caught up in somebody else's direction, you're going to get lost in your own direction. You're going to throw yourself off the map. You're going to be lost. You're going to be out there trying to figure out how you're going to get back to the position that you was already in because you're too busy focusing on them. We got to stop focusing on other people. We got to stop trying to make other people happy. We have to choose ourselves first. We have to put ourselves ahead of everybody, because if we don't put ourselves ahead of everybody, then we are going to constantly let people get ahead of us, and we're going to be constantly falling behind. And while they're going forward, we stagnate. It's no time to be stagnant. It's no time to be sitting around here feeling sorry for yourself. You don't need to be sitting around here crying about what happened to you last week. You need to get yourself together and focus on what is important in your life. I don't care about the people that don't like me. I don't care about the people that speak against me. I don't care about the people who got a problem with me. I don't care about those people. You know why? Because those people aren't my problem. Those people aren't the ones that's going to get me to where I need to get to. Those people can have everything that they want to say against me, but if it's not going to make me shift off, then I don't care about them. I have an assignment. You have an assignment. We have to stop lining ourselves up with people that serve no purpose in our lives. We can't keep going backwards. You know what happens when you keep going backwards? You will never get to that destiny. You will never get to that destination. You will never get to your greater purpose. You will never understand, hey, son, you will never understand what you have to offer the world if you keep setting yourself backwards, if you keep going backwards. There are some people in your life that you got to understand. You have to love them from afar. There are some people that you have to let go. A lot of the times when people know your gift and you don't know your gift, they will drain you of your energy. They will drain you of your calling. They will drain you of your purpose because they don't want you to tap into who you are. So they're going to always try to do something so you can forget about what your goal is, so you can forget about what your purpose is. You have to understand that this journey of healing has to be a journey that you have to walk alone. And if people can't understand that, and if people can't respect that you are on a mission and you have a position and you have a journey, then you got to let those people go. Everybody needs some time to heal. Everybody needs some time to get over some stuff. Everybody needs some time to focus. Everybody needs some time to just relax and breathe. And if these people can't understand and they trying to pressure you and they trying to make you feel like, oh, you just this, oh, you just that, well, you just let them know I know who I am. And since you don't know who I am, I'm going to have to leave you behind. I don't have time for somebody stopping my purpose. I don't have time for somebody stopping my goals. I don't have time for somebody stopping my dreams. I don't have time for somebody to get in my way. I have something to do. Like I told the enemy the other day, if you want to fight, we can fight. I'm not afraid to fight. I'm not afraid to let somebody know, look, you're not going to get in my way. You are not going to shake the house that God and I built. If you think you got that much strength, I'm going to let you know right now, you are going to lose. You will not succeed because I know who I am. And when you know who you are, can't nobody do nothing. Can't nobody shake you. Can't nobody move you. You are here and you're going to do exactly what you're supposed to be doing. Your calling is weak, will make you stronger. And that's so true. If something is breaking you constantly, if a person is breaking you constantly, if a situation is breaking you constantly, if your circumstances are breaking you constantly, there's going to be a moment in your life when you realize you got so much power that everything that was in your life that was shaking you up, destroying you mentally, breaking you down spiritually, making you be all over the place emotionally, there's going to be a time when you tap into your power, you tap into your gift, and you realize that these people don't even have this much control over you. They don't have this much power over you. In your mind right now, because you are facing some things and you're a little weary, you think that these people know everything. You think that these people got your best heart and interest. Baby, when I tell you, I'd rather walk alone than to walk with a bunch of people that's trying to pull me down. I don't have the energy at all to continue. Do you understand me? Being somewhere I'm not wanted. I don't have the energy to be somewhere where I'm not celebrated. If I can't celebrate myself, if I can't elevate myself, if I can't be good to myself and build myself up, I don't need nobody around me that's going to bring me down. We have got to start hanging around people that match our energy. We have got to start hanging around people that want to see the good in us. We have got to start hanging around people that can face themselves and let themselves know when they messed up. There are a lot of people in your life that will never apologize for what they did to you. And you have to be okay with that. You have to realize that, you know what? It's okay, because there's a journey that you have to go through, and there's a journey that I have to go through. And since we are not on the same journey, we're not walking in the same path, I have to let you go. I have to let you go. Because everybody in your life came into your life to do two things: break you down or build you up. Would you want to constantly be broken down? Would you want to constantly hear somebody jagging on you and making you feel less of a person, or making you feel like you can't do anything? Or would you rather be around somebody that celebrates you, that encourages you, that builds you up, that tells you, hey, you're going to be okay, that lets you know that, look, you know what, you're going through a little something right now, but you're going to come out of it. I understand that you're feeling broken right now, but you are going to heal. I understand that the tears that's coming down your face, it feels like there's no ending to your storm, but there's an ending to your storm, and there's a beginning to your blessings. But what you have to do is walk into your calling. Call in and not off. When you go into a job, every time you call off, it hurts you more than it hurts the job. You know why? Because when you call off, because you want to do whatever you want to do, and when you see your check, you're going to wish that you would have called in. You're going to wish that you would have stayed in. So imagine your life as a call in. Because every time you call off on your life, you're only hurting yourself. You're not hurting anybody else if you're constantly calling off on your life. I don't know who this message is for, and I don't know who I'm talking to, but I want to tell you right now on this night that you need to call into your life. You need to call into your purpose. You need to walk into your destiny. You need to believe in yourself. You need to understand that you have power. You need to understand that you have position. You need to understand that you have purpose. You need to understand that everything that somebody tried to destroy in you is being rebuilt. And I guarantee you that every time they try to destroy you and every time you get rebuilt, they are going to diminish. They're going to start getting smaller and smaller in your life. Be around people who's going to help you realize who you are. I don't want to be around somebody that's constantly making me feel less of a person. I don't care who you are. You could be my mom, my brother, my sister, my cousin, even my own children, whatever. If somebody is constantly tearing you down or breaking you down and not letting you see who you are and not realizing who you are, you can just get out of my way. I don't need somebody in my life that's going to cause confusions or cause distractions. I don't need it. I'm going to block you because I don't need that type of energy. Popo said, don't run away from the storm, but face it. Blessings is on the other side. You heard him. Do not run away from your storm. You don't know what your storm encounters if you give in too soon. Some of us be right there at the break of a blessing, and we give in, we throw in the towel, and we miss out. And every time you miss out on the blessing, guess what you got to do? Start all over again. How many times do you want to start all over again? My mom said, walk away from negative energy. You got to walk away from negative energy. Because if you don't, baby, guess what? It's going to bring you down. Do you understand me? Ain't nobody got no room in my life to bring me down. I don't care who you are. You cannot bring me down. You can try, but I guarantee I'm going to trample over you. Lay said, please keep that negativity to yourself and away from me again. And if they can't stay away from you with the negativity, or if they keep coming at you, nagging you, I'm going to tell y'all another thing too. Y'all got to be careful. Because there's a lot of people that know how to trick the sources of the energy. There's a lot of people who know how to pour back into you to make you feel like they're going to change, to make you feel like they're going to become a better person. They are definitely working on a way to reel you right back in. There's a lot of people who don't have enough energy within themselves, so they got to attach themselves to somebody else that has the energy that they need. And I guarantee the energy that they need, they're going to take it from you. They're going to drain you until it's no more. They're going to drain you until you can't find peace. They're going to drain you until you feel like you're losing your mind. They're going to drain you and make you feel like this is it. They are going to drain you if you're not careful. But what you have to do is remind yourself. Every time I think about somebody that I want back in my life, I remind myself of what brought me to this point of walking away from them. Every time I think about somebody that I think I need, I remind myself of what made me realize that I don't need them. You have to understand that all these people that are in your life, you don't need them. The people you need is the people who are in your life, who's supporting you, who's making sure your mental health is good, who's making sure your spirit is good, who's elevating you, who's breathing life into you. If anybody is sucking you dry, it's time for you to leave. It's time for you to walk away. You don't have to be afraid to walk away from people, because I guarantee you when you walk away, new people are going to walk in. When doors are closed, new doors are going to be open. When there's a lost opportunity, it's because there's a greater opportunity. Don't take every loss as a loss, because every loss is a win. Every time you lose something on you or you lose somebody, if you stay focused, if you stay prayed up, and if you understand that you lost these people or these things for a reason, you're going to see the greater things in all the things that you lost. You don't owe a person anything. If you choose to be free and set yourself free and walk away from whatever it is, you don't owe them nothing. A lot of people will literally watch you lose your mind. They will watch you fall apart. They will watch you snap. They will be so okay with you going through this, going through that. And the moment you find the strength to walk away from them, that's when they want to try to come around and act like, oh, you know what? You're right. I should have been here. I should have listened more. I should have had your back. I should have spoke this. I should have did this. I should have did that. Don't fall for it, y'all. Don't fall for it. Because if a person don't see your value and they don't see your worth in the beginning, they don't need to see it again. You missed your opportunity. You missed your chance. You missed it. It's gone. I'm not going full circle to go right back into the same patterns. I'm not going to do it. People don't even want you for real. They just want what you have. When you beneficial to somebody, they don't want you. They want the benefits. And when the benefits run out, they don't want anything to do with you. When they get everything that they need from you, there's a lot of people that need you for their own mental strength. There's a lot of people that need you. It ain't even got nothing to do with money. A lot of people don't care about the money. They want what you have. They want that golden ticket to peace. They want that golden ticket to love. They want that golden ticket to understanding. They want the golden ticket, but they want to cheat. They don't want to wait in line. They don't want to go through the process. They don't want to heal. They don't want anything to do with you unless you got something for them. There's a lot of people who pretend like they're genuine, but they're not genuine. They do the bare minimum and just enough to make you feel like this is the thing that they love you, that they got your back, but they don't care nothing about you. Because every time you fall, they only focusing on, oh my God, how can I get this person back to where they need to be so I can be back to where I need to be? There's a lot of people that's in your life that don't belong there. And y'all know they don't belong there because they tearing y'all up on so many different levels. So that's why when you know you got a calling, you got to walk into your calling. You got to focus on your calling. You got to focus on your passion. You got to focus on your purpose. You got to stay true to yourself. If you don't stay true to nobody else, stay true to yourself and stop falling backwards, because you have a position to go ahead and you need to go ahead. Like BG said, needy and the greedy. There's a lot of needy people. There's a lot of greedy people. There's a lot of people out there that want to suck you dry because they are empty themselves. We don't need no leeches or vampires in our lives. I'm telling y'all. If I stayed with half the people that I left, or that left me, ain't no telling where I would be. Somewhere probably shaking in my boots, crying every night, sleepless nights. I don't ever want to lose sleep behind nobody. Nobody. Do you understand? That's jobs. That's relationships. That's friendships. I'm not losing no sleep behind nobody. I'm not crying on my pillow, soaking up my pillow because somebody didn't meet my qualifications in life. I'm going to move on. I'm not going to sit around and just let somebody punch on me. I'm not nobody's punching bag. I'm not nobody's walking mat, and neither are you. You don't have to stay somewhere. You don't have to stay somewhere. And if somebody can't respect the fact that you need to get away and you need to value yourself and you need to be good to yourself, you don't need these people in your life. I don't care who it is. If one thing life has taught me is that at the end of the day, you're always going to be alone. And when I say be alone, I don't mean that you're not going to have family, you're not going to have friends. But I guarantee you, every time you turn around, you're going to have to face a situation alone. Somebody can tell you, yo, you don't need to do that. And somebody on the other hand can be like, yo, you need to do that. But at the end of the day, your decision is a decision that you have to make alone. You have to face yourself alone. When you wake up in the morning, even if you got a spouse, you still facing the world alone by yourself. When you die, guess what? You die alone. When you born alone. Because even twins don't come out at the same time. There's always going to be one that comes out first, and then the other comes out second. Nobody is scooping two people out at the same time. So even twins, they share a place together, but they come out alone. You got to think about that. You can share all the energy and all the space and be around a whole bunch of people. But at the end of the day, you still have to face yourself alone. You have to deal with yourself by yourself. Nobody can make you understand you except for you. Lay says, set your boundaries and stick with them. Please stick with the boundaries. Whatever you set, stick with it, please. Because if you go back after you done stuck with something and you go back, it's every time you go back, it gets worse. Listen to me when I'm telling you. Every time you go backwards, it's going to get worse. We were not meant to go backwards. Because even when you go backwards, you still got to reverse to go forward. Nobody drives backwards on the freeway. Nobody. When you got to go in another direction, guess what you got to do? Go up and make a U-turn. You don't see that, oh, I missed the store. Let me just drive backwards on this freeway so I can get to this exit. No, that's not how it works. To get to the exit, you got to keep going forward. You got to keep going forward. You're not going to get to the exit if you're going backwards. You're not getting to that exit if you're going backwards. Because when you're going backwards, guess what? There's other cars trying to go forward. There's other things trying to move, and you're causing distractions. You causing a buildup. You causing a standstill. Do you want your life to be a standstill? Do you want your life to constantly be a distraction? Do you want to constantly just go back and forth and repeat the same cycle over and over again? No. I know I don't. I'm sure y'all don't either. Because I know every last one of us has faced something in this season that made us say, it's time for me to get myself together. There is nothing wrong with choosing yourself first. Nothing at all. If you can't choose yourself first, how you going to choose anybody? Let's keep it 100. If you're not good to yourself, how are you going to be good to anybody? Y'all stop letting people make y'all feel like you need them. You don't need anybody. It's nice to have somebody. And it's definitely a beautiful thing to share your life with somebody. But you don't need somebody, because at the end of the day, regardless of what, you have to be able to stand on your own and depend on yourself. Nobody, I mean nobody, is going to do for you what you can't do for yourself. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. So if you know that you set up a position for yourself because it's going to benefit you, stick to it. See it to the end. If you say, you know what, today I'm going to start my diet and I'm going to work out. See it to the end so you can see the progress. Last week, what we talked about, my mom said you must choose you first. Love you first. Please love yourself first. Please choose you first, because nobody else is going to do it for you. You got to stay on the course. You have a calling. You need to walk into your calling, and you need to stay focused, because we all have a position. We all have something great that we could bring to people. But if you're not focusing on what you have to bring, then the only thing you're focusing on is what's going to be taken away. Excuse me. And I don't want to keep being in the back seat. I don't want to keep losing. I don't want to keep attaching myself to people who don't want nothing for me, who don't want the best for me. I don't want to do it. I don't. I can't sit around and spend my life trying to please everybody else and lack myself and lack pleasing myself and lack taking care of myself. Don't be a people pleaser. People pleasing people, they always telling stories to fit in. People pleasing people always trying to get everybody to like them. They trying to get everybody to understand them. They trying to get everybody to respect them. They want everybody to be on their side. They want everybody to be on their team. They got the look at me mentality. When people don't even care to look at you, y'all got to start worrying about people. Y'all got to start worrying about people and what people got going on. Because every time you try to match the energy of somebody else, you don't even know what they got going on. It's a lot of people that's living a lifestyle, and it ain't even their real lifestyle. They in the house, they done cried themselves to sleep. They done drank and went all over here and all over there mentally. They don't even know if they're coming or going. But then they go outside and get around their friends. And matter of fact, their lights about to get cut off. They got so much going on. But when they get outside to their friends, they don't want their friends to know that they're going through hardships and trials and tribulations. So they mask themselves up. They pretend to be this person that they're not. And it only hurts them. You know how much energy you got to put out there to be something you're not? You using unnecessary energy to please people who sometimes don't even care about you. It's a lot of people that don't care about you. And we trying to please them. We trying to get them to like us. Forget it. I don't care. Don't like me. I don't care. I won't lose sleep because you don't like me. It's cool. Lay said, people pleasing will have you feeling exhausted, trying to pour from an empty cup. That's so true. If you don't fill your own cup, y'all, my nose is itching. If you don't fill your own cup up, how are you going to pour into somebody else? If you don't invest in yourself, how are you going to invest into somebody else? It's just not going to work, y'all. It's just not going to work. Loving yourself first will set you apart from everybody else that's trying to destroy your temple. Keep your house in order. Your house has to make sense to you. Your temple has to make sense to you. You have to be able to look in the mirror and say, you know what? I know who I am. I know what I bring to the table. I know what I represent. You have to know who you are for yourself before anybody else gets to knowing who you are. There's a lot of pretenders out there. There's a lot of people that's wearing the wolves clothing, the sheep clothing, and they are disguised as a sheep when they are nothing but a wolf. There's a lot of people out there right now banking on your breakdown, banking on you being miserable, banking on you losing everything. They don't care about what you got. They want what you got. They don't care about nothing else. They don't care about you and how you're going to be good to yours. They don't care. They so selfish. It's so many selfish people in y'all lives. Y'all need to start doing some research about the people that's in y'all life. Y'all need to start looking at some people that's in y'all lives. Y'all need to start checking people at the front door. Y'all need to stop making people comfortable in your life to destroy it. If you come in my life playing, you better get ready for what's about to happen. Don't come taking no seat in my life thinking you about to play. Because the first time you come in my life playing, you're going to get excused and you're not going to be able to come into my life ever again. Y'all stop thinking that you have to explain yourself to people. You are grown. You don't owe nobody no explanation. You don't. Live your life accordingly. Walk into your gift. Be true to yourself. Love on yourself. Respect yourself. Because everybody else everybody is not going to do it. They not. It's a lot of people that don't care. And I'm telling you, I keep repeating it over and over again. There's a lot of people that don't care about you. They only care about what you can bring to them, to their table, their needs. They don't care about you. It's a lot of you who stayed in a relationship and stayed in a marriage too long, and you lost yourself. You don't even recognize yourself no more. You don't even know who you are. You waking up most mornings, you crying. You waking up most mornings, you overexhausted. You waking up most mornings, you so stressed. You waking up most mornings, your bank account is just as empty and depleted as your energy. Y'all got to leave people alone. You got a calling, you focus on your calling, you walk into that. You got a gift, you focus on that, you walk into that. Stop focusing and being worried about other people. I'm fine with loving myself, being good to myself, being true to myself, respecting myself. I'm fine with knowing that everything is not going to go the way I want it to go. I'm fine knowing that I'm going to hear some no's. I'm fine knowing that some doors are going to be closed. I'm fine. I'm okay with certain scenarios in my life. I'm okay with certain people walking out of my life. I'm okay. I'm at peace. I had to learn today and a few other days. I had to learn that you make peace with everybody around you and make peace within yourself. And people will not have control over you. You don't give people access to your life like that. Not so they can come in there and tear your house down and then go on about their business. Build your house back up to a point where nobody can tear it down. And when we think about the house, we're thinking about your mind, your heart, your soul, your spirit. Connect yourself to things and people that's going to keep you elevated. You're going to be just fine walking this journey. I'm telling you, you're going to be just fine walking this journey. Because the healing, it doesn't require a lot of people. And healing isn't pretty. Healing hurts. Because you got to go through the pain. You got to go through the hardships. You got to go through the dark and lonely nights. You got to go through the headaches. You got to go through the depression. You got to go through you lost yourself. You got to go through the mishaps. You got to go through the failures. You got to go through the acknowledgement where you have to acknowledge where you messed up at. You have to go through the accountability where you got to hold yourself accountable for a lot of the things you don't want to hold yourself accountable for. You have to go through some dark times in order to get to the process of healing. There's always going to be a process of healing. There's pain and there's purpose And there's healing. You have to go through the steps to know your position. Your calling is for you. Your calling is to separate you from the people who's not going to understand you. Everybody is not going to understand you, and that's okay. You are not meant for everybody to understand you. Do you understand what I'm saying? My mom said, like I said last week, God already knew who was going to leave you. And when they leave, or when I leave, I'm fine. I'm so okay with people just executing themselves out of my life. I'm okay with it. I raised all three of my children by myself. There was not a father in sight. There was not a father in sight. Two of my children's fathers passed away, and the other one, God bless his soul. But I did not let the fact that they didn't want to be a part of their children's lives affect the fact that, oh, well, since the dads don't want to be a part of my children's lives, I'm not going to be a part of my children's life either. Since my children's fathers don't want to instill greatness in them, I'm not going to instill greatness in my children either. Since my children's fathers never made sure my children ate, I'm going to make sure my children don't eat either. I never once in a million years allowed what somebody did to me affect the way I needed to see myself or affect the way that I had to live. Yes, it stumbled me. Yes, it shook me. Yes, it questioned me a little bit, but I still chose to live my life according to how I felt my life was beneficial to me. Stop letting people have access to you that don't belong in your life, that don't need to have access to you. Take the keys back to your house and lock them doors and don't let nobody in. Change the locks so they can't get into your home no more, so they can't get into your mindset, so they can't get into your presence. It's hard to walk away from somebody when there was a stronghold. It's hard to walk away from somebody when it was a soul tie. It's hard to walk away from somebody that you thought you loved, but when you start loving yourself, you're going to walk away from them so easy, it's not going to affect you no how, no way. And that's just how I personally feel. You have so much going on for you. You can't let somebody stop that shine. You can't let somebody stop that glow. You're too amazing of a person. You're so beautiful on the inside and out. You deserve to be just as happy as you make other people. You deserve to be as free just as you make other people free. You deserve everything that you set your heart for. But you got to go out there and get it. You got to walk into your calling. Your calling may be so questionable right now. You probably don't even understand your calling. You're like, no, that don't sound like something I'm supposed to be doing. Yes, it is. If it was sent to you, then it's for you to do. If you're supposed to feed a nation, feed a nation. If you're supposed to bless a nation, bless a nation. If you're supposed to feed the sick and the shut in and the less fortunate, feed the sick and the shut in and the less fortunate. If whatever you're supposed to do, walk in it and own it. Don't be afraid, you guys, to own it. Own it like you never owned it before. Do you understand me? Own it. Because you are amazing if you believe that. You are a wonderful person if you believe that. You are going to exceed like you never exceeded before. But you have to walk into your gift. You have to believe that you are special. A lot of us don't even believe that we mean so much to people. You are loved. Do you hear me? You are loved. There's somebody out there right now that's just speaking so much life over you, praying for you, respecting you. They want what's best for you. They excited for you. Somebody out there. But you got to believe that for yourself. You got to believe it for yourself. Challenge yourself every day to walk into your gift, to walk into your calling, so you know your position in life, so you know your purpose. Your purpose is going to separate you from a lot of people. I'm telling you right now, you are going to lose a lot of people when you walk into your true destiny. When you walk into the person that you're supposed to be and the person that you were called out to be, you are going to lose a lot of people. I'm telling you, people are going to be dropping like flies. But that's okay. Let them drop. Because I want to see so much greatness in all of y'all. Like, I want to see y'all excel like you never excelled before. You are destined to be great. And you may have went through some hardships. You may went through some things in your lifetime that you still can't get over. But I'm telling you to get over it. Not in a sense to dismiss it and act as if it never happened, but to embrace it and to get over it. So you can get to your next position. So you can get to your next season. So you can elevate amongst the things that try to destroy you. You have some things in your life that try to destroy you mentally, spiritually, emotionally, financially. You had some things that really wanted to take you out. You had some things that made you question your entire existence in this world. You faced those things, but you came through those things. You were able to continue to press through everything that was meant to take you out. So there's nothing that you should be afraid of. A lot of you guys cheated death. The doctor said you got cancer. The doctor said you don't have but 6 months to live. The doctor then gave you some diagnosis where you like, okay, I don't think I can make it. And you still striving. Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. It's going to make you feel so amazing. I just want to challenge somebody to just accept the fact that, yes, you've been through some hard times, but you got through them. So now it's time for you to get to the next level in life. Hi, Gary. It's time for you to get to the next level in life. It's time to elevate to your next season. But you have to walk into your calling. Walk into your purpose and know that you have an assignment and you need to show yourself that you can do everything that you set your heart to. A lot of y'all be so scared and afraid of what you don't know. I always say never fear the unknown. You don't know what the unknown is. So you can't fear something if you don't know what it is. You can't be afraid. You got to walk into that purpose. You got to tell yourself that, you know what? I don't know what this is going to bring me. I'm afraid. It's okay to mention that you are afraid. It's okay to tell yourself that you are afraid, but don't walk in fear. Tell yourself, man, I don't know. I never done this before. I'm a little afraid, but you know what? I got this. I got this. I don't know what's ahead of me. I don't know what lies. I don't know what challenges I'm about to face. I'm really a little afraid, but I got this. Because nothing happens by accident. Everything has a reason to why it happened. Everything has a reason to why it happened. And when I tell y'all, I am so exhausted right now, okay? But I said no matter what, exhaustion, whatever, I'm still going to get on here and do this live. Still going to get on here and do this live. Because I know my purpose. I know my calling. If I would have only had 2 people on this live, I would have still pushed my message. If I would have had nobody on this live, I would have still pushed my message. Because I know my purpose and I know what I represent. I know who I am. And I know what I'm supposed to be doing. And if everybody else is against it or against me, it's fine. I don't care. It's not for them to understand. It's not for them to tell me what I can and cannot do. So you definitely got to understand that your calling, your purpose is yours. You cannot compare it to other people. And I am, moms, I am getting some sleep tonight. Because when I tell y'all, I know y'all probably could see it in my face. I am exhausted. But I'm telling you something. I'd rather be exhausted on live and still pushing a positive message than to be exhausted and sleep and not pushing the message out. Sometimes you got to push through everything that you're going through because you know what your calling is. You know you have an assignment. You know you have something to do. So regardless of what, still do what you're supposed to do. I'm literally only staying on here for 5 more minutes. I'm getting off at 8 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time on the dots because I need to rest myself as well. I'm no good to nobody if I'm no good to myself. If I don't get rest, then I won't be able to be very positive. I'm exhausted. I'll be giving y'all a message, but it won't be the way I want to give it to y'all. I won't be pushing it out as hard. Because normally I'm upbeat. I'm pushing this message out. We rocking, we rolling. But when I tell y'all my energy is on 2.7, baby. But I love y'all so much. No matter what, I'm going to get on this live. And I'm going to push y'all. So y'all bear with me. Next week, we're going right back to our regular live schedule because it was so much going on. Schedules being changed, my daughter's schedule being changed, and my schedule being changed, and time. It was just so much that I had to keep going back and forth with my dates and my times with my live. But starting next week, y'all, Tuesday at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I will be going back to my Tuesdays at 6 p.m. So everybody who's a regular on here, 6 p.m. Tuesday, next Tuesday. To all the people who's new and want to check me out when I'm upbeat, more motivated, Tuesday at 6 p.m. Y'all, I'm bringing the message next Tuesday as well. I already got my message. My daughter gave it to me already, so just know that it's going to be powerful because I'm going to do some notes and I'm going to do a little studying and I'm going to get myself ready for what's about to happen, y'all. So listen, okay? Come back Tuesday at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time so we can get this thing rolling. But y'all, I am about to go to bed, okay? I love y'all so much. Y'all stay up. Y'all stay blessed. Y'all stay easy. Y'all find y'all position in life. Find your purpose. Walk into your calling. Believe in yourself. Be true to yourself. And never let nobody take that away from you. As long as you don't give nobody the power, then they will always be powerless. I love y'all. Good night.